Hello guys, this is not your usual car review. This is a review in the wild, and we will be giving you an up-close and candid review of the Land Cruiser 79 series while on a game drive. We are filming this at Kipalo Hills Lodge and Conservancy that is run by Secluded Africa. And this is an episode that is going to have two very interesting categories. One is talking about the engine and suspension here. Then part two, we are going to give water to the elephants with this vehicle and a tractor and get to talk to an elephant whisperer. But before we get there, how do you get to Kipalo Lodge and why the Land Cruiser? I'll be your host, Eric Wakabi, Eric with a CK. Remember, you can follow me at a personal level on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Threads as well. Also, connect with me on LinkedIn. So currently I'm at the voice station, came from Nairobi by train. And now we are heading to Kipalo. Here is Mustafa. Mustafa ni aje?
Poa sasa.
Poa sana.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How was the journey?
It was pleasant. And I'm happy you have a 79 here to pick us up.
Yeah, I'm here with my colleagues, Mr. Ronald.
Ronald.
The driver.
Ni aje?
Safi sana.
We are going to talk more about the Land Cruiser, especially with you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So how far is Kipalo from the voice station?
From voice station, Kipalo is about 1 hour drive. We should have a 35 minutes in the tarmac road. Then we have a 25 minute bumpy road, or we can call it African massage road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's time to hop into the Land Cruiser. So our ride is this Toyota Land Cruiser 79 series. It has been modified for the game drives, and this is going to be one exciting weekend with Ronald and Mustafa at Kipalo. Hang around guys for more on this trip.
Once again, my name is Mustafa. I will be your guide. I'm working with Ronald. Ronald is the driver. So we're together from today until the end of your safari. So from here to our lodge is about a 1 hour drive. We should have a 35 minutes in the tarmac road and 25 minutes in African massage road or a bumpy road. So behind there in the fridge we have a cold drinks, which will consist of beer, sodas, and some waters. Please, if you need anything, be free. You can take by yourself or you can tell us to help you. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay and your trip. Karibuni nyumbani. So nowadays in the park we don't allow to use the plastic bottles. So we have these mineral bottles from Secluded Africa. This is which are aluminium. So this is a gift.
Thank you so much, Mustafa. Asante sana.
For stay and forever.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you can use it in the park. After the park also you can pack it to you.
As a souvenir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Secluded to you direct.
Asante.
So also we have a cold drinks which consists of beers, soda, and some water and sparkling water. If you need anything, please be free. Don't be shy. You can help yourself or we can serve you. It's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome and karibu nyumbani again.
Asante. Oh, hii Nissan Patrol. Na hiyo ina perform aje?
Hiyo sijaifanya kazi Nissan.
Lakini unaona venye iko chini hiyo. Hiyo mahali kuna ninzo na dibinki. Inaweza tatiza sana kwa sababu difu kushika chini itakuwa ni rahisi. Unajua haiko juu.
Before we talk about what is under the hood of this 79, we have to open it up through a short process because the windscreen is already on the bonnet, and I have Mustafa and Ronald to do it for us so that we can talk about the engine. Under the hood of the HZJ79 is a 4,200cc inline-6 naturally aspirated 1HZ engine, and it's arguably one of the most reliable engines in the world. Most people say it's wasteful because, irrespective of being a big engine, it can only generate around 129 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque. Well, it is highly preferred in this part of the world where the vehicles have to go to some of the most remote places of the country. And this engine does not have any computers on it. It is highly mechanical, a marvel of Toyota's engineering. It's an engine that is known to be very durable. This one is 10 years old and it can simply start with a half kick. The mileage on this one is around 350 kilometers, but the engine still sounds like it's new. It's an engine that can serve this Conservancy for the next 10 years without any major problems. So is it wasteful? Yeah, if you compare it to the modern engines, especially on the Land Cruiser like the 1VD and the 1GD, yes, it is not as powerful as they are, but I can without a doubt say that it is indeed more reliable. It can run even on dirty fuel, so it doesn't really matter where you are. And it's among the few engines left that they can be as rugged as the Land Cruiser. The other engines that are on the 79, like I have mentioned, are the modern V8 1VD FTV with 4,500 cc's of displacement. That one is loved because it has so much power, and once you straight pipe it, it makes an incredible sound. But ikifika ni kwa reliability, the 1HZ wins it. Let's move on to the newer engines, the 1GD FTV, an engine that Toyota has used across so many of their models. It's very economical and it is reliable as well, but it is small. It's a 4-cylinder with more power than this 4,200cc behemoth of an engine. But the 1GD is not bad. However, even the drivers here, the mechanics here, they say that they would rely and they will even, take an oath that the 1HZ will last a lifetime. They still prefer this old engine. And this tells you do not want a problem or a check engine light in an environment like this. This one does not even have an ECU. It's purely mechanical. And that's the beauty of the 1HZ. So the 1HZ is one of those engines that we will live to remember. I am happy to have experienced the 1HZ in my lifetime, and I am happy to have brought a 1HZ 79 Land Cruiser in such a remote and beautiful environment that is still untouched. Kipalo is a very, very virgin place. This is a place where you'll get to experience nature firsthand, and all this is as a result of Conservancy. So in as much as we drive our 4x4s, always remember to give back to Mother Earth, and remember we also need to take care of her as we take care of our cars. So we are going up there, and the incline is quite steep. So hapa Ronald amesema lazima ipande na 4-wheel. So hapa Ronald unaingia 4 high ama follow? Follow, eh? Yeah. Okay. Sawa, wacha tuone venye itapanda. We are finally at the Sundowner spot. It's quite treacherous coming up here, but it's very easy for the Land Cruiser 79. We have not had any wheel spin whatsoever, and we have some nyama choma hapa. There is nothing that would beat a nyama choma and that kind of view. But as we wait for the nyama to be ready, we are going to talk to Ronald, who is the driver, the person in charge of this 79, and we are going to ask him a few questions on why this is the weapon of choice here in the wilderness and why secluded seem to be sticking to the Land Cruiser even as the industry advances. Kuna gari ingine unaona inaweza toboa kazi ya porini isipokuwa hii Land Cruiser?
No, kwangu mimi sioni gari ingine zaidi ya Land Cruiser kwa hii pori. Land Cruiser pekee yake ndio inaweza kazi ya pori na jangwa kama hii.
So hata hizi zinakuja Mahindra nini, kuna watu wanajaribu?
Kuna watu wanajaribu, lakini hata last month kuna wengine walikuja gana kama hizo hapa, lakini zilishindwa zikufika hapa.
Okay. Today's activity, we are going to give water to the elephants. These guys behind me, the Land Cruiser is here, and we also have a Massey Ferguson tractor. Well, Kipalo tries to sustain the surrounding wildlife even in the very dry conditions. The tractor has a water bowser behind it, and this is what carries the water for the elephants. Mustafa, ulisema ati kitu ikikunywa tu maji na kunywa lita ngapi?
Full grown up elephant once swap can take 20 liter, while the mid age it can take about 10 to 15 liters.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and per day they can drink 200 liter of water.
Inside the Safari Land Cruiser, one of the reasons why the 79 series is highly preferred is because it is highly modifiable. This particular one has received its fair share of modifications. The A pillars and the B pillars on the cab have been chopped off. The A pillars have been replaced with these fabricated pillars that have hinges to ensure that you can fold up the windscreen or fold it down. You fold it up when you're hitting highway speeds. For instance, when this vehicle goes to pick a guest at the voice station, now once it's folded up, it protects the driver against debris and also excessive wind, just like a normal windscreen. But when you Once you get into the Conservancy, you fold it down to ensure that you have an awesome view of the animals and also the surroundings. At the back is where the tab of the 79 single cab would have been, but on this particular one it has been modified to be the place where the guests sit. It has a 6-seater configuration, and each seat has a power source, and this ensures that your devices are charged whenever you are in the park or the Conservancy, so that your phone has enough charge for you to take photos of the animals and the amazing scenery here. Also, there is a socket for the fridge, and that is controlled, all that is controlled by an inverter which is situated somewhere around here. There is a radio to make sure you communicate to the lodge. For instance, alert them that you're coming in and they should get the towels ready. Now, the 79 has 2 fuel tanks to ensure that you have enough range, whether you are on safari or if you're using the 79 for utilitarian purposes. So with the dashboard, nothing has changed, but the most important thing on the 79 is its 4-wheel drive capabilities. When you're in these well-graded Conservancy roads, you can use 2 high. So you're just driving the vehicle via the rear wheels. The number of gears are 5, so you have a 5-speed manual transmission, but you can engage 4 high and 4 low with a smaller gear lever. 4 high for when there are chances of losing traction, but the conditions are not very tough. For instance, if you're going up where there is loose traction, so there you can use 4 high instead of having the rear wheels skid around. 4 low is where now the adventure begins, because it's used when you're going up these beautiful hills. They require that traction and that torque to actually get up. The other times you use 4 low in this safari category is when it rains, because these dry roads can end up being very muddy. And to fully utilize the 4-wheel drive capabilities of the 79, you need to have a good driver. So the good driver is the last piece of the jigsaw, because if you are to give this vehicle to a driver who doesn't know what he's doing, well, it would be very useless. There is one thing I would like to highlight. With most Safari Land Cruisers, they would probably get a chassis extension, but this one is purely stock. The chassis has not been extended. So how has it been able to ensure that the guests have some good legroom at the back? Well, you see this fabrication that has been done, it has been extended from where the stock tab would have been, and there are a few significant inches that have been added on to make sure that this rear seat is farther than where the tailgate would have been. You can see this bolt and the distance from here to here. So we do not have a chassis extension. Take a look at this. So this extension has been done to the tab, not to the chassis of the vehicle. Maybe I can take you down there for you to see the 2 fuel tanks, the leaf spring suspension setup, and you can clearly see that we do not have any chassis extension done to this vehicle. I finally get to drive the Safari Land Cruiser. Sasa niko na guide na wageni wawili.
Anything to drink, sir, for you?
Since you can't drink and drive.
Soft drink?
Eh. In this part of the world, having a robust suspension system is very important. The 79 has 2 live axles, one at the front and the other one at the rear. Most modern 4x4s have independent front suspension, but the live axle ensures that your vehicle has maximum wheel articulation even in environments as rough as this one, and it is also able to hold up the abuse that comes with tackling these wild roads. The other thing, the live axle has one setback, and mostly it's with the handling. But the handling in the wild is quite different, because this is not a place where you rely on speed. This is a place where you will mostly rely on the vehicle's ability to maneuver this road. Then hardly will you go over 50 kilometers per hour. So handling might not be an issue. And that's why other vehicles are trying to venture into this industry, but the Land Cruiser, even the latest 79, still has 2 live axles. And that is in line with the Toyota's philosophy of Kaizen, continuous improvement. If it's not broken, don't fix it. The independent front suspension is good. It will give you comfort and good handling, but it has so many things that would break, especially in this environment. And if you have to modify it, for instance, if you are to give a 4x4 with IFS at the front lift, you might suffer from CV's braking, especially if the lift is not done very well. With a live axle in this kind of environment, it's the best. It will hold up. But if you're doing a lot of highway driving, then IFS might come in handy as well. You know, modern vehicles are focusing on an all-round vehicle, but if you want a vehicle for the wild, then the live axles are it.
We are based in Savo West National Park. Bulia Conservancy is a conservancy formed by the group of people which they donated their land and make it conservancy. Inside the lodge itself, there is no fence. It's just like that. But what I can request you, when you are just walking from here to your room, please ask one of us to walk with you. In your room, we have 2 baskets. One for the laundry and one for the rubbish. Keep your laundry there. The room guy will come and take the laundry to the laundry area, wash it, and take it back in the afternoon. Please, we don't charge the laundry. We do free for our guests. Not for you, but all of our guests who are coming, especially in Kipalo Hills Lodge. For the game drives, it's up to you guys after lunch. You just give me what you want, but we have 3 options. 1, we do a walk, long walk, and short walk. 2, you can go with a game drive inside the Conservancy and just come up to one of the rocks around here for Sandona. 3rd, you can chill out there, because the afternoon there are some elephants coming to drink water down there. We have a water hole down there on the deck. So it's up to you, whatever you are going to choose. We are very okay with it. I think for this afternoon, wherever you come out with it, we are very okay with that. So, karibuni jameni, this is your home, away from your home.
As part of their conservation efforts, Secluded Africa at their Kipalo Hills Lodge and Conservancy, they have built these water holes to ensure that even in dry conditions, the elephants still get the water they need, because these are very dry area. Not only the elephants, also the other animals living within. And the man in charge of ensuring these elephants and other animals get their water is
Mr. Makazi.
Mr. Makazi here. And this is the man who talks to elephants.
Yeah.
How have you been interacting with the elephants? Umefika aje hadi mnaongea na wao?
Nilianza 2018. Ndio nilianza nao kuongea na wao, japokuwa walikuwa wananikimbiza. Lakini nilijipa moyo, nikajikaza. Mpaka wakanizoea, wakazoea tinga. Hata mimi mwenyewe nafurahi kwa sababu wamenyamaza sasa hivi, hawasumbui kama vile mwanzo walikuwa nasumbua.
There is a very interesting tradition at Kipalo Lodge. Before every meal, the chef, Daniel, comes and introduces the meal he has prepared for you. And he does so in a very passionate and natural way.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Very fine.
How was your game drive in our conservancy? Amazing. Thank you so much for the compliment. All right, once again, standing before you, my good family friends, I would like very much to introduce my menu for your lunch, please. I'm starting with, I've prepared you something small to open your mouth and refresh yourself. And this is cucumber and avocado soup, which is going together with my homemade bread rolls. And the second plate, your main course, I have prepared you grilled beef and vegetable kebabs, which is accompanied by my sauteed potatoes and a fresh mixed salad. And with the dessert, I have prepared you a mango mousse. Thank you so much, my good friends, and I hope you're going to enjoy your lunch anyway.